Now we go live and listen to the President of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro, who is at the International Anti-Fascist Festival in Caracas. This festival is been taking place since 2 days ago, and the point of this is to focus on the people who is against fascism, the people who is willing to do in the front, the people who is willing to fight for the sovereignty, fight for the democracy, and fight for the respect of a homeland, of a territory, of a country. In this regard, let's remember that yesterday, January the 10th, the Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro was sworn in as President of Venezuela, the constitutional President of Venezuela for his third term for the 2025 to 2031. We will wait for him to start with his speech at this festival, Anti-Fascist Festival, which is being held in Caracas, Venezuela. This festival, as we know, is being enjoyed by many people around the world, people who is against fascism, the fascism that they face in their own countries, but the festival is taking place here in Caracas. There are people from Colombia, Nicaragua, Cuba, people from Russia too, people from Africa, people from every country in the world that is against fascism and is joined together in this festival in Caracas, Venezuela. The people is happy of being part of this festival with the Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Something that is well known that the president not only inaugurated himself at the National Assembly yesterday, January 10th, but he also at his celebration inaugurated and sworn in with the Venezuelan people together with him to protect, defend, and of course may respect the sovereignty, the freedom, and the democracy that we live in Venezuela. And of course, he was greeting the people there. He's greeting the people who support him, the people that was with him. But now let's listen to the music that is being played there.
Pelear mi gallo, ahí yo pongo a pelear mi gallo cada vez que me dé gana. Yo voy a mi gallo. Porque es el gallo más fuerte, porque es el gallo más fuerte de tierras venezolanas.
Hijo de rayo y centella, yo voy a mi
This International Anti-Fascist Festival continues this Saturday, as we said, under the motto "For a New World" in the capital city. Together with more than 2,000 national and international guests, we could see flags from Brazil, Cuba, Chile, of course, also for Palestine, Nicaragua, and they are including also leaders, youth, workers, and farmers with delegates from more than 100 countries around the world, and are taking part in this activity as part of a massive call made by the government to parties and movements in the country and to different nations around the world, with the aim of building a network of concrete actions to confront fascism in the world. It was also announced that this Sunday, January the 12th, the working table of the World Communication Congress will begin within the framework of this festival. During this day, it is expected that the presenters will be able to find themselves in the debate on the current world scenario. And now let's listen to the statements and the speech of the Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro.
For a new world order. Now, statements from the citizen Rander Peña. Long live the International Anti-Fascist International. Long live the festival. President today in Caracas on January 11th at the closure at the International Anti-Fascist Festival. Over 2,000 delegates from 125 countries are here. They have come since January 5th or 6th to different activities in every community, in the streets, joining also the great moment with the Venezuelan people of the swearing-in ceremony for President Nicolás Maduro Moros for the next mandate. It's been a moment of great debate with the president last year, after the victory, your victory, on July 28th, where Venezuelan people ratified you as the President of Venezuela. The extremist opposition, fascist opposition, frustrated for their defeat, they have taken the fascist action after their defeat. The Venezuelan people has witnessed how that hate from the far right in a good portion of the country was lived. And after that, you have oriented it, because that expression is not only in Venezuela, but in all the parts of the world. You ordered that Venezuela was to be the site for a great gathering that will define the route of a way to face fascism. That's why the 10th and 11th of January in Venezuela was the site for the International Congress Against Fascism and similar expressions. In that moment, at a plenary just like this one, the countries proposed the creation of the Anti-Fascist International, a space of political articulation not only for resistance, but also a way to go to the offensive in favor of humanity, life, and peace. And that Anti-Fascist International has had different chapters. In November, 4th and 5th of that month, more than 300 delegates from all over the country and world concentrated in Caracas. And in that way, they decided to found the parliamentary chapter of that anti-fascist. And then the youth did the same and summoned the Youth Anti-Fascist Festival. And the first result of that was the beginning of the school, the anti-fascist school, where we will be able to bring leaderships from around the world with particular voices and strong voices today, but with special leaderships for tomorrow. So we will have a strong leadership school, and each one of those have had strong mandates from this school. Then in labor work meetings commanded by you, the teams promoted by the Anti-Fascist International gathered here. This has presence in over 77 countries around the world, with promotions of this international anti-fascist organization with a concrete agenda. And its mission is not only the resistance and not only going with the offensive, but to decirculate all the anti-fascist, all the fascist expressions across the world. And after all those work meetings, just to finalize, President, they've all indicated that they wanted to be here at this special moment for Venezuela. That is why thousands of delegates from 125 countries said they wanted to be here with Nicolás Maduro, with the Venezuelan people on January 10th. That is why this festival, this International Anti-Fascist Festival, has this expression, because they have expressed, they have sworn with the Venezuelan people to defend the Bolivarian Revolution, understanding that what is debated here today is not only for Venezuelans, but it's from Venezuela to the world. It's a battle for the world, for justice and peace. And we tell the fascists that we do not ask for truce, but we will not give it either. Long live the Anti-Fascist International and the Bolivarian Revolution. Long live Venezuela, Commander Hugo Chavez and Nicolás Maduro Moros. And now, the reading of the resolution of support to the leader of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros. On behalf of João Pedro Estedile, representative of the MST from Brazil. Comrade, Mr. President Maduro, and everyone who's present here, you gave me the privilege of reading the resolution that sums up the debates. I consider that this is a privilege, that the revolution is giving us, not only to the militants of the MST, of which I integrate, but also for the ALBA movement that we founded when you were a foreign minister, and also the Assembly of the Peoples, the International Assembly of the Peoples, and everyone present here. I want to say as an introduction that we are very pleased to be welcomed with the generosity of the Venezuelan people. We know that at this moment of the world-class struggle, there's different ways and places to fight U.S. imperialism. In Europe, we have the war in Ukraine. In the Middle East, we have the comrades of Palestine and that important struggle. And here, in Latin America, we all know, that the two key places are the comrades in Cuba and the comrades in Venezuela. And we are happy that you have understood you are the vanguard for the revolutionary movement, so that from here you can help us to make all those struggles come together from our countries. It's not enough to have solidarity with Venezuela, Cuba, and Palestine. It's important to fight the fight in our countries, and so that we can say, as we have learned the pasionaria, and we will all repeat, they will not come through. They will not come through. They will not come through. And now I will go to the reading of what has just been approved by our assembly, and we will read, each one of us, a paragraph, and I'll ask my comrade to begin. Hello. Thank you for the opportunity. A resolution, an international resolution of support to the Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro Moros. In the framework of the International Anti-Fascist Festival that was celebrated in the city of Caracas, the days 9th, 10th, and 11th of January 2025, over 2,000 representatives from social movements, political movements, and cultural organizations, intellectuals, people from the indigenous people, workers, parliamentary men and women, people from the communication, and coming from 125 countries. We express our we recognize the Venezuelan constitutional president of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros, in the moment of his swearing in for his constitutional mandate 2025-2031. We recognize that the Bolivarian government, under the leadership of the President Nicolás Maduro Moros, has maintained a firm stance in defense of the principles of self-determination, unity, sovereignty, justice, and social happiness. At the same time, Venezuela has been a beacon in the world struggle against fascism, against imperialism, against colonialism and Zionism, and all the ways of exploitation and dominance in the human being, playing a key role in the consolidation and articulation of struggles oriented to a world that has the key with solidarity, peace, mutual respect between the nations and the peoples. The delegates, the international delegates, we affirm our support to President Nicolás Maduro with initiatives that were agreed upon on these days of debate in Caracas within the framework of the events of the Anti-Fascist International. These activities have been oriented towards building an international action plan at the International Anti-Fascist 2025 with a common agenda to face the problems worldwide. In this context, President Nicolás Maduro, from this coordination of the Anti-Fascist International, we propose for this year that has already begun to do the following concrete actions that we commit ourselves to. First, to continue moving forward in the organization and the consolidation of different chapters of the International Anti-Fascist Organization in each one of our countries, regions, and continents to coordinate the struggles against fascism from our territories towards a world platform being joined by an executive, joined by the Anti-Fascist International. 2, creating the anti-fascist think tank from the Anti-Fascist International called the Caracas Forum to coordinate strategic thinking and praxis in every country, region, and continent. We propose to summon in the first semester of 2025 a great world gathering of think tanks organized by the Secretary of the International Anti-Fascist. Third, launching in the month of March the construction and formation camp Semilleros del Nuevo Mundo for the members and comrades of the youth that participate in that formation. That initiative has the objective of forming and building comrades from around the world who are committed in the building of a new world order. 4, carrying out the gathering, the anti-fascist gathering of religious organizations. 5, international organizations of schools of political formation. 6, carrying out development initiatives in the communities to build and strengthen the anti-fascist politics in its territory. 7th, to launch the Feminist, Popular, and Feminist International on March the 8th. Long live women. Commemorate the anniversary of the defeat of Nazism as an opportunity to reaffirm our struggle for justice and self-determination. Long live the Russian people that defeated the fascism in the world. 9, to carry out a World Congress, Anti-Fascist World Congress for the indigenous people of our continent. 10th, summon for the year 2025 the gathering, a world gathering for lawmakers against fascism that will be able to establish law strategies and legislative strategies to face fascism and similar expressions. 11th, to summon the peoples around the world to strengthen the anti-fascist network as an instrument to collaborativism. 12th, to name 2025 as the year in the struggle towards a world peace and emancipation. Now, as we have agreed upon on our previous assembly, we want to make an oath, a collective oath, of our commitment with the peoples of Venezuela before their leader, Nicolás Maduro. And that is why I ask everyone to stand up and with the left hand raised high to repeat with us what we are going to say right now. Slower. From the city of Caracas, birthplace of the revolutionary unity, in an act of unity and commitment, the delegates of more than 125 countries at the Festival of the International Anti-Fascist, we raise our left hand high. And now, with strength, we swear firmly, together with President Nicolás Maduro, to move forward without rest in the struggle against fascism, against imperialism, against colonialism, against patriarchy, and all the expressions of oppression and dominance.
Reafirmamos nuestro compromiso
We reaffirm our commitment
de emancipación,
of emancipation,
de soberanía,
of sovereignty,
de construcción de un nuevo proyecto
of the building of a new project
fundado en la justicia,
founded in
la
justice,
unidad,
unity,
la solidaridad
solidarity,
y la autodeterminación de los pueblos.
and the self-determination of the peoples.
¡Viva el pueblo de Venezuela!
Long live the people of Venezuela.
¡Pueblos del mundo!
Long live the peoples of the
Muchas
world.
gracias.
Thank you very much.